Is it true Steve got ejected? You know, that's one of the funniest things that I've heard about EVO Japan is this crazy story about Tasty Steve getting ejected from the venue and kicked out of EVO Japan. That story is so fucking funny because these goddamn Americans, there was a bunch of chairs on the side, right? So imagine this. EVO Japan. There's like a sectioned off area for the audience. So like maybe I should do a visual interpretation. This is the floor plan for EVO Japan, right? So this is the stage up here. Then there's the 3 projectors, which are like here, here, and here. Then there's like a sectioned off area, right? There's like a section like this. It's like there's a section, and thank my lovely subscribers. Thanks very much, Maximum Effort. And then this is where the audience is. Audience is down here. A-U-D. So the audience is down at the bottom. You see what I'm saying here? Whoa. The audience is down. It's down there at the bottom. So that's the layout for the venue, right? Big old thing full of audience, the stage, and then there's 3 projectors. So Tasty Steve and Ricksta and some other gaijin, myself included, grabbed some chairs and just like popped them over here. You know, there's like a few chairs over here. We just like lined up a few of them over off to the side, kind of where we were out of the way and people couldn't really see us. And we just had like some chairs because, you know, we're part of the staff, so we're in the back, right? So we had some chairs and we're just sitting off to the side watching a few of the matches. And then Jimmy lost and I got sad, so I was like, damn, he lost in winners. So then I went backstage to like have some tea, get ready for the Street Fighter top 8, you know, just kind of prepare. Just like I'm preparing to think Andre versus the world. That's the one. Thanks very much for the Twitch Prime. Then Jimmy loses in loser side, right? He loses to the Pakistan menace himself, the EVO champ. So I'm just chilling and I'm backstage and I hear like, oh yeah, you know, they come backstage and they're like, man, they kicked us out of our seats. We couldn't stay there. I was like, oh shit. Well, all right. Then I look at my Twitter and all I see is, holy shit, Tasty Steve got kicked out of EVO Japan. They removed him from the venue. Like, all these people are saying these crazy shit, right? I'm like, what? And what really happened is that they walked up and they're like, you can't have your seats here. Here are tickets if you want to sit in the front row. And they're like, oh, no, we don't want the tickets. We're staff. We'll just go backstage. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, all right, we're good. No problem here. You can't sit right there. All right, cool. So then they went backstage. That's it. But on Twitter, it was a fucking meltdown. I'm reading it, and this motherfucker, Tasty Steve, ejected from the venue. He was swinging from the rafters. The Japanese police caught his ass and deported him right there. He couldn't make it out of the country. It's like people have the craziest stories I've ever heard. You know, a lot of times fiction is more interesting than reality. But in that case, it was super funny because the fucking stories were out of control. Swinging from the rafters. He was in the front row telling people to make some noise. He was making shit up. He was spilling food everywhere, screaming at the top of his lungs, stealing food. You know, it's like, what in the fucking... Throwing chairs? That's what they said, right? Throwing chairs was the one everybody said. To be fair, what does it say about Tasty Steve that him throwing a chair and getting ejected from the venue is very believable? I don't know. You guys all believed it. He was like, he threw a chair. He flung that shit with all of his might. Yeah, I could see him lifting the chair and shaking it for sure.